Hello, dear viewers. We are glad to see you on our channel. If you like the video, don't forget to put a like and leave your comments. Your feedback and support is very important to us. War in Ukraine is set to become even more fierce as both sides launch their massive spring offensive. Ukraine is targeting Crimea, which Russia annexed in 2014, with powerful tanks, anti-ship missiles, and armored vehicles, especially from the west. It is known that Russia relied heavily on its military bases in Crimea last year to launch attacks that allowed it to seize territory in southern Ukraine. Ukraine's main goal is to weaken these bases to win the war, and current indications suggest the possibility of an operation that would disrupt the geographical integrity of the occupied Crimean Peninsula and other occupied regions and the Russian mainland. On the other hand, the armed forces of the Russian Federation have strengthened their defense lines in Crimea and the southern sector, forming a fortified position. Meanwhile, both Russia and Ukraine are planning new offensives and making preparations. Europe is now even more insistent that Crimea is part of Ukraine. To counter the Russian Navy's dominance on the Ukrainian coast, Ukraine has received 120-kilometer range Harpoon anti-ship missiles from the west, and they plan to purchase 240-kilometer range AM-84 Harpoon anti-ship missiles and 560-kilometer range Storm Shadow missiles for the Ukrainian Navy. Denmark, Spain, and the UK are also equipping the Ukrainian coasts with new anti-ship missiles. Crimea, located between the Black Sea and the Sea of Azov, is home to tens of thousands of Russian soldiers and numerous military bases. Targeting the peninsula, which Russia uses as a base for devastating attacks on Ukraine, is crucial for Kyiv, and they have received support in the form of anti-ship missiles. The supply of these long-range missiles to Ukraine represents an increase in Western support and poses a serious threat to the Russian fleet in the Black Sea. The British missiles supplied to Ukraine have a range of 240 kilometers, potentially endangering the Russian Navy's bases in Sevastopol. Britain's involvement in supplying these missiles to Ukraine could escalate the conflict, but it is stated that Britain will not be involved in the firing of the missiles. However, there are concerns that these missiles could provoke Russia and lead to a more hands-on role for Britain in the Ukrainian war. The war launched by Russia against Ukraine has caused immense damage, loss of life, and an international crisis. Crimea holds great symbolic and strategic importance for both sides, and its recapture is vital for Ukraine's long-term survival. The struggle to retake Crimea may be bloody, but Ukraine is determined to remove Russian forces from all occupied territories, including Crimea. The situation is highly complex, and the war is likely to continue with deep involvement from the West. The possibility of Putin resorting to the use of tactical nuclear weapons remains a concern, but it is uncertain whether these threats are a bluff or a serious intention. The developments in this conflict are ongoing, and it is important to stay updated through reliable sources.